Okay, so just I know that you were working with some students, you were in the classroom, but also working more in that tier 3 in the speech and language, providing that instruction. So what were some benefits or things that you saw using the Story Champs curriculum?
Well, I loved that it was, really multi-tiered. So I felt like that it went well with the MTS system. Um, I feel like also that, being a speech pathologist, like working on receptive and expressive language and then vocabulary, and then also just seeing like the kids in their writing, I was able to get the baseline and then the post after that. And it was just so impressive on just their writing, how it grew and their vocabulary that they were using. So I just love that so many areas, it just can target so many areas and that you can work on it individual, small group, large group. Um, I would have loved to have my student been a part of a large group, but it just, she switched classes and so that didn't work. But um, it was awesome too. I got to go in and she didn't even know I was in there. And they were doing just a large group lesson. And again, this wasn't Story Champs. And I saw her like doing the visuals. And so she was doing like the character and then she was doing the problem. And like I said, she didn't even know I was in there. And I was just almost in tears, like seeing how quick just from our individual sessions, she took that into the classroom and was able to apply it just when they were working on story retell. Because the teacher was, still talking about the character, talking about the setting, talking about the problem, but to actually see her, use those visuals, it just, I loved it.
That's so awesome. Do you see so I know that the kindergarten, they're all getting their own kits next year, which is so exciting.
Mhm.
Do you see
Yes.
potential for collaboration with, speech and language services and really working more into that MTSS? Or do you like, how do you see that looking next year, I guess?
I do. I feel like if they're going to be, using it in that large group, so looking at MTSS. So if we're looking at them using it large group, I feel like it's also a good way to see those kiddos that might need just, some more small group. Or it's like, hey, Morgan, this student might need just some individual support. Because we need those. I'm not in the classroom all the time, so I don't want to miss those kiddos that might need that extra language support. So, I love how it's, a curriculum that is multi-tiered and fits in so well with MTSS.
That's awesome. And then, just with your little bit that you got to do with it this year, is there
Mhm.
anything you would do differently or that you'd wanna do more with or anything thinking about the future?
So I was just doing, if I recall, like the level 1 and the level 2. So
Yeah.
just, pretty basic with my student. That's all the farther we've gotten. So I would like to get a little further with her. I feel like, we're reaching the end of the year. So I didn't get as far as I wanted, but I feel like just since, we started in January and just with field trips and sickness, that type of thing, I didn't get as far. So I'm excited to explore more and start adding, more of those elements in. So
That's awesome. That's what I keep hearing. It's like, "Oh, I loved everything. I just wish that we could have started this in August or September, not in January."
right. And I'm so excited that, yeah, Pekin has each kindergarten classroom will have a kit. And so I feel like that would be something, both the other SLP and I, we could be going in and doing more kind of like we're doing with the EET,
Yeah,
but doing, more story champs. So yeah, I'm excited about, yeah, what next year will bring with it.
that's awesome. And then I guess just any other thoughts or ideas or anything you would wanna share about, your experience with the pilot or with the curriculum or anything?
I think I would just say to give it a try. If anybody has the opportunity to use it to just don't get overwhelmed. I will say I was a little overwhelmed at first, like how am I gonna add this in? But it honestly was super easy. And I feel like the payout just with the skills that my student has now from where she was at the beginning, I just feel like she has caught on so fast and it's just been pure joy watching her. So apply those into the classroom.